Haywood and Dennis Scott. We got complete post-game coverage coming up here on NBA TV. The Celtics right from the get-go, man. I mean, they were locked in. They were not messing around.
Yeah, they came out there. They had that look in their eye. They understood the importance of this game, and more importantly, the three-point shot was falling. This team, they live by the age-old adage, you live by the three, die by the three. They're going to shoot their shots. They don't care what no one is talking about. And tonight, they were knocking down the three-point shot at a very high clip. When you have a team that takes 43s and they hit half of them, there's a strong chance they're going to win.
To your point, I know you were still getting room service in the morning when we were doing the pregame here. But
very true.
3D, we talked about this. Your approach was with the three-point shooting.
You know how I got my nickname, right? So I had to show the fans, we'll show on the court that if you've only made 25 out of your last 100, put the ball on the floor, go get a layup, don't let Big Body Brunson off the hook. But Jason Tatum told us in the pregame show, B-Wood, that we are who we are. Yep. We're going to shoot our threes. And I said, JT, I love you to death, but you have to mix it up a little bit. Well, they just proved us wrong again. They're going to take their allotment of threes, but they made them early on in the game. That was the question you asked me when we were watching. When you go 5 for 5 to start the game, now the enthusiasm, the confidence goes to a sky-high level. And then the Knicks missed their first couple of shots. Right. Then you kind of ride that wave. And then after that, you saw the confidence of each and every guy started making shots and living to how they play their game.
Yeah, we were having this conversation. I was just asking them, I'm saying, you know, from a Knicks perspective, from a Celtics perspective, seeing those go in, that's great. That's confidence. But from a Knicks perspective, early on, seeing Boston hit those threes, you're like, oh, boy, we might be in for it tonight.
Well, from the Knicks' perspective, like I said, it wasn't the fact that just that Boston was hitting their threes. The Knicks also weren't hitting any of theirs. I think they shot 6 of 25, only hit like 2 threes through like the first, 2 or 3 quarters of this game, 5 of 25 actually. So when you go out there and you struggle from the three-point line, and then the other team is hitting their threes, it kind of things can kind of snowball rather quickly for you. And we saw that Boston was able to just get a lead early, keep that lead, and just move it farther and farther out. And this time they didn't give up. Normally, when Boston gets up 20, that's right where the Knicks want them.
Exactly.
but as my man 3D would say, not tonight.
Not tonight. Because tonight and it's weird, and I hate saying this is a miss or make league, but that's what it was today. In that first quarter, the team who got off to a better start making shots rode that confidence for the rest of the game, and the Knicks could ever find that mojo, like to your point, like they found in games 1 and 2 being down just 20, and they got back in the ball game and won them.
Yeah, and when they did get it to like 14, you're thinking, okay, maybe they might get some momentum here. Peyton Pritchard.
Right.
Ball swinging around, Peyton Pritchard made 3 or 4 wide open threes.
He's not the sixth man of the year for no reason. He's one of those guys that can come off the bench, light it up. This is a guy that had 40 off the bench this year.
That's right.
That is huge. So we understood what type of shooter he is. We understand how capable he is. And when you have a guy like that come off the bench and just catch absolute fire, like that's when you know it's gonna be your night. And I give Peyton Pritchard credit because normally, 3D, we talk about your role players stepping up at home.
Thank you. Thank you.
Finally. 3D.
Finally, yes.
But when your role player steps up off the bench, Madison Square Garden.
Come on. Talk to them. Talk to the people. Talk to the people.
Spike Lee and all the superstars front row.
Talk to the people.
And your role player comes in and does that, that's huge. That's confident. Matter of fact, he's more than a role player. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're
what did I tell you earlier?
When you're not the star and you come off the bench and you excel in that environment, that is big time, and that speaks to your character and also speaks to your confidence level.
Thank you, B-Wood, for going there because I've been trying to explain that to people. That's only for guys who are afraid of the moment. Pritchard's not afraid of the moment. He's salivating for that opportunity to prove to everybody, yes, I don't just do this at home to get 6 man. I got 6 man a year to work because I do it on the road as well. So that's why he stands out so much more than the average role player because he's doing the biggest stage in Madison Square Garden.
Let's flip it to the Knicks perspective here. What went wrong for you, B. Wood, from a Knicks perspective?
Well, when you look at the Knicks, the first thing, like I said, is guarding the three-point line. Some of the shots, they were quality looks. You saw that one play where the ball gets kicked to Jason Tatum at the top of the key. He has all day to catch it, line it up. Then finally, Mitchell Robinson's able to get out there and close out. When you give this team quality looks and they're able to knock those looks down, it's going to be problematic for you. So we keep saying the same thing over and over again, but it's true, and it's so true for how this team plays. You have to make those looks for Boston contested, tougher looks, run them off. You can't let those be easy practice shots. When they're getting those easy practice shots, that's when it turns into a long night for you, and we saw that in Game 3.
See, what he's saying right now matches what we talked about in the pregame show. Because we showed a highlight where Jason Tatum and Brown got, like, I think 8 or 9 of those shots wide open in Boston. And to your point, once again, now the numbers flip. You gave them those same wide open shots, and they made them, and it bit you in the foot, and you couldn't overcome that throughout the whole game. That's the part where the Knicks have to figure out a way for Game 4 is make sure now you run them off the line because now they found a hot hand.
And we mentioned this pregame, and I think it's still a fair statement to say we haven't seen the Knicks' best game yet. Yes, they've come back in 2 games, but we haven't seen their best game yet. When you're not making shots, you can't go 24-35 from the free throw line. No. I mean, those are free points.
Yeah, like I said, when you look at how you win playoff series, a lot of times it comes down to, are you doing the little things? Are you controlling the glass? Are you not turning the ball over? Are you hitting your free throws? Mm-hmm. It's very hard to win in this league when you're not hitting threes. Right. When you're not hitting threes and you're missing free throws, it's almost impossible to win. Right. Unless your defense is just suffocating that night, and the Knicks' defense was not that tonight. So we understand those two things go hand in hand. They were poor from the free throw line, poor from the three-point line. Major reason why they weren't able to win this game. On top of that, you look at Karl-Anthony Towns, 5 of 18 from the field. He didn't really have it going also. He got to the free throw line. He wasn't the problem at the free throw line. He was 10 for 11. But he didn't do what they needed him to do from the field. So it was just one of those games that just snowballed on him.
And since we're on the Knicks right now, OG Anunoby's been playing lights-out basketball throughout these whole playoffs. Not tonight, only 1 of 6.
6 attempts is not enough for OG Anunoby.
Well, we talked about it earlier. It's like they paid you to be aggressive. It's the conversation you were having, because I want people to understand that when we're in the green room, we have open conversation. You're a part of it. So it's like, well, he got paid to be a superstar. No, he got paid to be a better version of who he is. And to our conversation was, one night it may be 6, maybe 8, maybe 12, but if I don't see the aggression, a confidence of attacking the basket like that charge he got in Boston when he dunked on that gave the whole team energy. Next thing you know, you come back, you win the ball game. That's the effort that they paid for, and tonight we didn't see it 1 of 6.
115-93, the final. Jason Tatum leading Boston in this game right from the get-go. 22 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Here's what he had to say right now at the podium.
Jason, just like in games 1 and 2, you guys got out to a big lead. The difference, though, how were you able to hold on to it in this one?
Just keep playing the right way. We understood the magnitude of this game, right? We needed this one. We just didn't like the way we felt after, last game. So just coming out here with the right mindset, just trying to put it all together.
What was different from 3 tonight?
We made some shots.
That's it?
Yeah, make or miss league sometimes.
You said after game 2 that, when shots were not falling, that we've got to continue to be who we are. We got to keep shooting. Just what gave you guys the confidence to have that mindset, to come out here and to keep firing away?
I say it all the time. You can't ride the emotional roller coaster of the playoffs, right? You can't get too high or too low after a win or a loss. Our core group, we've been together for a long time. We've been in so many different environments and different circumstances. So it's just about, staying together and figuring it out.
We've talked about it all season long.